Welcome, welcome, Million Mom Movement community. My name is Stephanie Dawn. I'm the chair of the Million Mom Movement Council, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Thank Goddess it's Fierce Friday. I don't know where else I'd like to be on a Friday, to be honest with you. I love what we've created here, and I'm so grateful that you're here.
Oh, looks like she got frozen. Let me message her.
Every Friday, the council and I work really hard to create Purium business with the Million Mom Movement. Before we dive in, I would like to bring on some of my Can you hear me now? Wow, that's the second time Zoom has done that this morning. I'd love to bring on Taz Ferreira. Taz, are you with us? She's going to read us the pledge. And, with every reading of the pledge, we get to recommit ourselves to what it is that we're doing here. Are you there, Taz? I see her box, but I do not see her face. Okay, well, we'll wait for Taz to come back to us. And I'm going to go straight to my colleague in Kauai, Naiva. She is our social media maven. And Naiva, aloha, my sister. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Yeah, so glad you're here today. Would you please share about the petition and all the goodness that we have going on in social media realms?
Of course, of course. So we have a really great petition that we started about a year ago, a little over a year ago now. And it's through iPetitions. If somebody would grab the link and drop in the comments, otherwise I will when I'm done. And our petition started with Stephanie's story, really. It started with her story about her son and how he was affected by glyphosate through eating Cheerios daily. And I just want to say that we don't know what we don't know. And so until we are educated, until we learn that there's toxins in our food, sometimes we don't know what foods are affecting us. And so kudos to you, Stephanie, for realizing what was affecting your son and taking that out of his diet, because that's where it all started. We started with a letter writing campaign. We quickly realized that that was something that was a little bit too time consuming and requiring a little bit from all of you. So we decided to pivot to an awesome petition platform where you can now just at a click of a button, you sign your name, you put your email address, and you're done. And then we would like you to also take it a step further. Take it into your community, share it with other people that care about the quality of our food. So you can share it word of mouth with your friends and family, let them know that you're excited about the Million Mom movement and our petition and what you've been learning through our platform. Or you can make a post on Facebook. And thank you to all of you that took my advice last week. You can make a post on Facebook that says, if you had a solution to remove glyphosate from your body, would you be interested? Or if you could sign a petition to help remove glyphosate from our foods, would you sign the petition? Excuse me. And then you just make it as a blog post. And then in the comments, people reply to you and you can send them the link. That first blog post that I just mentioned can help you to share Biomedic with people. If you had a solution, would you use it? And that offers you an opportunity to maybe share a video that explains our Biomedic or ultimate lifestyle transformation with others. And so that's our petition. We want to invite you to go ahead and sign it, share it with our friends and family out there, and I'll pass it back to you, Stephanie.
Sweet. Thank you so much. I see that we have Taz. Bonjour, Taz, in Quebec. Can you hear me, honey bun? Oh, no. We're having some connection issues with Zoom. Taz has been texting me. I'm just going to go ahead and read the pledge, and then we'll bring Taz back on. Hopefully she'll get it worked out. So here's our pledge, everyone. I pledge to defend the health of myself and my family. I pledge to choose organic foods that are minimally processed and free of man-made ingredients. I pledge to read labels and educate myself on all aspects of clean living. I understand that my actions today will positively impact the health and environment of future generations. I am committed to sharing this movement of many. I am the Million Mom Movement. All right. And for those of you who've never been to our website, please go to www.millionmommovement.info to find that pledge, to join the pledge. You can share that pledge with your friends and colleagues that you think might be motivated and inspired by what we're up to here. And so there's Taz. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, welcome. Bonjour.
Hey, how are you? Thank you, everyone. Merci. Connection issues today.
Yeah, I got booted off too. Oh, well. So Taz, will you do me a favor and will you talk about the scholarships?
Absolutely. Okay, so this is one of many things that is near and dear to my heart. Like we try to talk about healthy eating and organic foods, but then we always hear that people are telling us, but it's too expensive. How can we afford this? It's not in our family's budget. Well, you know what? We are aligned with the highest valued people. Okay. Purium's the best people ever that now they are giving scholarships. It's been for a while now that they give scholarships to families in need, families, caregivers, fathers who can't afford an organic lifestyle. And you know what? This changes their life and their family's life. And not only that, this gives them economic empowerment. So now they don't have to have 4 or 5 jobs. They can build a massive empire through superfoods. And you know what we do? We show them how. We give them the blueprint. And when you follow this, magic happens and success happens. So that's what we do. We support them through business, through health and wealth. And we host Million Mom Movement calls, like the Fierce Friday calls. We have the petition, we have the pledge, we have so many resources. And we are the ones that take care of all of the scholarships and with your upline diamond, and we are here to support you through the entire process. So you are given over 3 months of superfoods. I think it's at $1,200 or $1,250, and you get the business absolutely free. So this is for entrepreneurs, and we say you are in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself.
Beautiful. So true. You have this gorgeous community. Look at us all, 59 people here today, and we probably are going to have more jumping on. We're working on a bit of a slim down staff in terms of the council today, but I'm really excited for these amazing women that I'm joined with, Naeva and Taz and myself. We're going to be giving you details, tips, tools, and coaching to lead with the Million Mom Movement. All right. So if you're inspired by what you've been hearing all these weeks and months, and you're just like, I just don't know how to talk about it, you're going to want to grab a pen and paper, your little workbook right now. And here we go. All right. And it's 11:11. Woohoo. Magic numbers. Yay. Okay. So the first tip that I want to give you all is to say that everything that I'm about to share is going to be meaningless unless you put it into action. And this sometimes can be the hardest part when we're a parent, okay, or when we're looking after small children, is to find the time to be in action and to consistently be in action. So to work your business daily, weekly, as often as possible. Okay. So action and consistency. That's really the first tip that I want to give you all, because without that, everything else that I'm about to share is going to be meaningless. This business can only abandon you if you abandon it. All right. This business will give you your dreams, all your financial dreams, all your health dreams, all your wealth dreams, if you invest yourself into this business and take action and be consistent. So along those lines, and I'm going back in time about 17 years to when my son Jasper, who's about to be 17 in May, he was very small, and I think I was pregnant with Zephyr, and I was consumed with my sacred birth work. Consumed. I was so inspired to be teaching it. This is what I was doing 17 years ago. I was helping expectant parents create a sacred birth. And I cannot even tell you how excited I was to have a woman come and care for Jasper 1 hour, 2 hours every Friday. Like, that was so huge for me. And I would get so much done while he was being cared for. So I really want to support you who are parents to find that time, hire a sitter, or create a parents co-op. All right. I did this as well, where you spell each other off on days to take your kids to each other's house, and the kids just play around in the yard. I had a yard back then, and it was amazing. And so, it wasn't like tons of kids. It was like maybe four or five children, depending on who participated that day. And then the moms would go off and do the things that they needed to do. They could work their business. They could go shopping. They could go meet with a friend. They could go do whatever they want, So carving time out for your business, __, highlight, exclamation point. It's so important as parents to do that. Otherwise, your kids might end up being the excuse for why Purium didn't work for you, right? Oh, I just didn't have the time because I was too busy parenting. No, make your kids your why, all right? Make your kids your why. They're why you're going to succeed with Purium, all right? And by the way, what I would have done to have had our green drinks for my kids when they were small and just learning how to eat. I wish we had our superfoods back then. When I see Celeste with her children and their green mustaches, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. I just love it. Start them young, right? Get those superfoods into their cells young. All right. Do your IPAs consistently. So what do IPAs mean? They mean income producing activities. All right. Income producing activities are prospecting, presenting, and closing. All right. Prospecting, presenting, and closing. So prospecting, what's prospecting? It's when we have our list, right, in our book that has all the names of all the people that we know. All right. Get your we call this a network notebook. Whatever you get, whatever, doesn't have to look as cosmic as mine, but make sure you have one where all your names are in. And that's the prospecting list, right? Your money is in your list. Your money is in your list. Okay. Can't say that powerfully enough. And it's amazing who you might think of, that you forgot about that might be interested in what it is that we have. All right. So, prospecting, presenting. What's presenting? Presenting is when you, I want to talk a little bit more about prospecting. So prospecting is when you open conversations, right? So all those people on that list that I just showed you, I've opened conversations with all those people via text, via Facebook Messenger is one of my favorite ways, leaving voice messages, and Instagram Messenger as well. So you open conversations, right? You start a conversation and, you see if there's a resonance. Will they respond to you? You don't want to just like spam them with a link or anything like that. We don't do that. We're conscious, we're cool, we're consistent. Okay. So, so you're presenting when there is interest and they are leaning in, you present them with a tool, right? Something from the app. I use the app all the time. My favorites are the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation video and the PDF of the transformation guide. Those are my favorite two tools. And we at the MMM are working on creating more tools for you. All right. So just know that we're working on that with Amy right now. And then, so prospecting, presenting, and closing. So once you've presented something, most people will probably wait to hear back from you, with your follow-up to keep the dialogue going. Most people won't go, oh yeah, Steph, I watched it. That was awesome. They don't do that. They'll watch it and then they'll wait for you to reach back out and go, hey, what'd you think? What are your thoughts? And then the follow-up is when we offer to get on a call with our upline. Would you like more information? We get curious about their health, what's going on with them. And then, right now I'm talking about health, but I oftentimes lead with the business, more often than not, to be honest with you. And so I'm working on some scripts for you all that will be field wide. They're going to go field wide. All the council is working on those scripts. And, you'll have those in a Google Sheet to be referencing to, so you can just copy and paste. Won't that make it so easy? Okay. And then finally, what is closing? Closing is actually when you are helping them get their products, right? I hold people's hands when I get them onto iShop Purium. I help them purchase the products while they're on the site. Okay. And so oftentimes when you're with upline, you always want to be bringing people to your upline. That's really the way to go when you're learning, because you're going to learn about all the questions that they ask and the recommendations that they make. And if I've offered this before, I'll offer it again. If you have someone who's really motivated by the Million Mom movement, hit me up for a connect call. All right. I might not give them an entire 30 minutes, but I can give them 10 to 15, depending on my schedule on any given day. Excuse me. I'm more than happy to do that. And you know what? We do that amongst ourselves in the council because we're smart. We are smart ladies. So it's not uncommon to have your side team help you out. All right. Taz helped me out yesterday with a potential European brand partner. So, hit us up. Okay. We're here to support you. If you have any questions, even if you want to text us if you want to text us a screenshot of where a conversation is going and you're needing some coaching, we are here to help you. Okay. Promote Fierce Friday to your prospects, you guys. This Zoom is a prospecting Zoom. All right. What we have here is powerful. We go every Friday, twice a month, we talk about health. And twice a month, we bring on either the council or someone who's very successful in our business, a crown or a colored diamond, to present to you, to share their tips. If you've been here for a while, you've seen some of the amazing crowns. We had Troy Casey recently. We had Eric Mish. And we've got Mary Beth Fleming is coming at the end of this month. Christina Amon is coming at the end of May. We have amazingly successful leaders who either have children and promote the MMM to their downlines and to their prospects, or they're really inspired by what we do. And that would be Eric Mish. He came on and he was just so inspired, and he's come to multiple Fierce Fridays. And I was always like, who is that guy? And then he went crown. I'm like, oh, that's who he is. So Eric loves us and we love you back, Eric. Promote Fierce Friday. So here's what I think is a huge selling point for Fierce Friday. Community. That is so valuable in this day and age. Community, like-minded people that are in daily, weekly, and monthly service to the creation of a better world, right? That's what we're all about here, helping people get healthy and helping them get wealthy. So people are looking for community, like-minded community. So don't ever underestimate what we have here, because it's really golden. Okay. This was my path to diamond back in Los Angeles. I live in Bainbridge Island, Washington State right now, but way back when, 5 years ago, when I got the Purium bug and I was like, oh, wow, I've lost a lot of weight and I'm feeling really amazing. I bet I know other people that could, other moms, that's what I was thinking, other moms and women that would benefit, who are postpartum, who are struggling with their metabolism, middle age, whatever, right? I know a lot of other people that would benefit from this. I'm going to start sharing. And little by little, I just started sharing casually on Facebook. And then I realized, wait a minute. I need brand partners. I need to lead with the business. And if you go to my my Instagram post from 5 years ago, we used to have this magazine. It was called Prosper Magazine. And there's a Prosper Magazine on my Sacred.woman Instagram post. And that was my first business forward post. And I got my first brand partner from that post. She texts me and she's like, I saw your post. What are you up to, Steph? And then I said, well, watch these 2 videos and then let me know what you think, or look at these links or whatever. I don't know which tools I shared, but I didn't say anything. And then several hours later, I'm at the spa because I had this favorite spa I would go to in LA called the Olympic Spa. And she was there at the spa and she says to me, do I have to look at those links, or can you just tell me all about it? So I proceeded to like word vomit all over her for like 90 minutes, telling her all about it. Long story short, she enrolled and we partnered up together to create healthy happy hours. And this is my point. I want you all to be creating either in person or online healthy happy hours often. Okay. Consistently. Remember what I said at the top of this call? Action and consistency. Gretchen Goddard, she's working the business in a different way right now. Her husband's actually working the business with me right now, Dickie. She and I hosted at my home healthy happy hours twice a week for 2 months. Why did we do that? Because I was going diamond, my friends. I was committed to going diamond. And sometimes we'd host a healthy happy hour and no one would show. And you know what we'd do? We'd sit and we'd have a business meeting while our kids played around us. And we would just work the business. You know, we'd prospect or we'd talk or we'd plan the next healthy happy hour. We just knew that we were on the track to success. You know, like we just knew it. And so nobody else was doing Purium in our circles in LA. And so I ranked diamond at the end of October. At the end of those 2 months of offering those healthy happy hours, and she ranked diamond several months later. So I can't speak highly enough about creating Million Mom Movement focused healthy happy hours. And if you want to do them online, hi, guess what? I would be happy to come and present for you, right? Because I'm about the larger mission, not just my own organization. I'm about the larger mission. And who knows, maybe Naiva will come too, or maybe Taz. Ask them, see if it fits into their schedule. We are here to support you in moving this mission forward. All right, hit us up. Okay. Interview us on Instagram or Facebook, right? Go live and interview us. We are available to do that with you. We've had some fun recently interviewing each other. Go check out Taz Ferreira on Instagram. Maybe put your handle Taz in the chat, and you can check out mine as well. I could talk about this every single day, you guys. I care about our mission so much. I could talk about it every day, and so you're going to be seeing a lot more of my lives. Educate about glyphosate, okay? Educate about glyphosate. So what does that mean? Well, so we have, I need some help from my ladies here, Naiva or Taz. If you if you could please share the PDF of the Food Democracy Now PDF that has the report, right? The 2016 report. That report, my friends, is so vital to leading with the Million Mom Movement. Print it up, laminate it, get it into a binder, educate with that document. That document is jaw-dropping. I just shared it with a mom. I don't even think she is a mom, actually. A colleague last night who didn't know about it. And so that PDF, I just can't speak highly enough about the information that's transmitted in there and how jaw-dropping it is, how alarming it is, and how it shows you all the brands that have the highest parts per billion of glyphosate. The people will go, what? That's in my pantry right now. I'm checking it out, just like what I did, right? I chucked the Cheerios. Bye-bye Cheerios. Never had Cheerios again. Okay. Oh, if you share posts to your stories on Instagram, and I hope I'm not taking your post, Naiva, but I do this all the time. I will take a post from that Naiva has shared on Instagram, and I'll upload it to the stories, right? Which allows me to tell the story about glyphosate. So I also have a lot of posts about glyphosate too, and you can go and just like look through my feed. That's how we can educate about glyphosate. So many people are like, what? There's toxins on our food? There's cognitive dissonance, right? Like they don't understand that we're being poisoned. And it's, yeah, I could go on about that, but I'll stop. Okay. Invite your friends to the MMM official Facebook group. I know we talk about this every week, but we are growing by leaps and bounds. And so if this is your first time here, come to the Million Mom Movement official group on Facebook. We offer a lot of value in there. We have recipes. We have, we put our blogs in there. We share information in there about things that are going on with the movement. It's just a great sort of clearinghouse for all things MMM related. And then obviously follow us on Instagram. The other thing that I would like for you to do is, if you're not aware, is we have sacred superfoods for fertility, birth, postpartum and beyond. That's a group on Facebook that there's a ton of information in there about what pregnant moms, breastfeeding moms, even, menopausal moms, perimenopausal women, how they can be supported by nutrition. So this is a huge missing link. You're going to be hearing me talk and go live about this way more, about the postpartum term, because I've long felt that women are not getting what they need prenatally and postpartum. I wasn't. Nobody was talking to me about nutrition when, 17 years ago when I was pregnant with Jasper. And so I'm committed to utilizing the platform that we have here to educate about the vital need for women to be nourished in the postpartum term, and the connection between nutrition and postpartum depletion, depression, and psychosis. So those are all my tips. I'm going to pass the baton to Naiva Flory, and she's going to share her tips.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Stephanie. So much great wisdom there. And yeah, there's so much that we can share. So I saw a couple questions pop up. One of them was, what is a healthy happy hour? Stephanie mentioned a healthy happy hour and how she used to do those. And this was really something that we did a lot before COVID, because it is a face-to-face, belly-to-belly way of sharing our products with people. And what it was a way of inviting people over to your house, or to the park, or wherever, to the gym, and having a little sampling party and giving them some samples. And this is something that we can still do. Most recently, I've been doing this more one-on-one. Because of the circumstances, and out here in Hawaii, it's limited amount of people in a group and all that kind of thing. So the easiest is to have a little date with your friends. Reach out to the people that are interested in what you're doing. Either invite them to your home. If they have kids, invite them to the park to have a play date, and bring some samples with you. The best thing about our superfoods is they're super simple to mix on the spot. As long as you have a shaker cup with some water in it, and you have a little Tupperware with one of your, or a few of your superfoods in it, you can share some samples with them and have the kids try it. This is how I launched my business 6.5 years ago, was because I brought my superfoods with me to the beach every day. And I invited my girlfriends to the beach, other moms that had recently had babies, even moms that I barely knew. I was expanding my network. I wanted to build a team, and I knew that, it wasn't just for the people that I personally knew, it was for other moms on the island as well. So I actually joined some groups. So a great way to expand your network, if you're feeling like, I've already talked to all my friends, nobody said yes yet, join some groups. How you do this is, we all have passions, right? So maybe jot down 3 of the passions that you have right now. And one of them might be mom life, being a mom, right? So you might join some mom groups, because as moms, we all have some things in common. And so you might share some tips and tricks in there about mom life. You're distracting me. You got to go. This is my little guy, and he's trying to whisper in my ear. Okay, I'm talking right now, babe. Go play. And so there you go, mom life. Hashtag mom life, right? Multitasking. So, go into the mom group and share things that are true for you. Maybe you have some homeschooling tips to share with the other moms. Maybe you're looking for some tips. So you might go to the posts that are already in there and just communicate with the other people in there, interact with the other moms. The goal here is to expand your network. So it's not to go in there and say, hey, I'm a Purium rep who wants to buy my product, or hey, I'm having a group cleanse who wants to do it with me. The goal is to build relationships and to expand your network so that you have more friends on social media, and so that they know, like, and trust you. And in the future, when you do a group cleanse, you can now invite them. So the goal is to go and create conversations. Either go interact with posts that are already within the group, or create valuable posts that other people can interact with. Maybe ask a question, and then all the other moms can answer that question. And then you can, maybe take those conversations to Messenger with some of those moms and be like, thank you so much for that tip. That really helped me. This is how I used it, and just start to become friends with them. Maybe then you become friends on Facebook and you move that along. If mom life is just one of them, there's a million mom groups in your area. There's probably ones where they have play dates. Here in Hawaii, we have a few of them where the moms constantly interact, and we make play dates, and we either attend play dates or create a play date. And if you aren't active in there for more than like a month, they kick you out. So you have to be active. You have to either participate in some way or another. You have to either comment on what the other moms are doing or make your own posts within the group. There's lots of other groups in your personal area, so you can make friends with moms in your area or other people in your area. Maybe, you're a yoga instructor or a massage therapist, or whatever your other passions are. Maybe you're passionate about artwork or bike riding or whatever it might be. Whatever your passions are, there are groups out there with thousands of people that have the same passion as you. And because you're passionate about a certain subject, it doesn't have to be superfoods or health or cleansing. Whatever those other things that you're passionate about, there's a lot of other people out there, and they might want to get healthy too eventually. So it's about creating the relationships, going out there and being seen, being heard, and also sharing value with other people, so that way they know, like, and respect you and want to look out to you for advice, and become friends with them. And then from there, you can, take it to the inbox, invite them in the future to other things that you might be doing. And I'll just leave it at that for now, Stephanie, unless you'd like me to talk some more.
Well, seeing as I went on and on, thank you. That's great, Naiva. I really appreciate you. There's some great gold there. I'd like to call on Taz Ferreira now, back to our Quebecoise mama. And welcome, Taz.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Okay, so everyone gave some amazing tips, okay? So I'm going to share how I lead with the movement, okay? I love the idea of the healthy happy hour, which we used to have in person. But you know what? Since this whole COVID and the lockdown, I've valued my time even more, okay? And Zoom calls and Zoom events has been my go-to for over 2 years now. Okay. And I've seen tremendous results from that. That so many people much rather hop on a Zoom event than actually going in person. And now we are able to form this connection of talking to people. And this is what it's all about. It's forming the connection. So I like to go on social media and be with my kids, present my kids, and show them how we live this life. It's not just how we say this helps you and this helps this. We live it. We are the product. We are the results. And we all have a powerful story. Stephanie has her story with her son. I have my story with my son. So I keep sharing it. This is how we can impact others. Because do you know how many millions of moms and dads go through this exact story that they don't know a solution for? They didn't even think there was a solution for it. So it's up to us to present them with a solution. Every day I encounter moms who they're dealing with eczema. And I always mention, have you ever heard of glyphosate? And you know what? They've never heard about it. And that's always shocking to me because I always think there's so much knowledge out there about glyphosate, but they have no idea. So I form these connections and I lead with the movement. Okay, so I'm going to look at any questions. I saw one. Do you do healthy hours on Zoom? I don't do well, because healthy happy hours, we sample products, right? So we don't do the sampling of products, but we make it an event, probably about half an hour, and we share our stories. We have 3 to 4 people come on and we share our stories, how something in our life has impacted us and how it has changed us. So that's how we do it. So this is how we transform the healthy happy hour. And that has taken my business to the next level and has it, it's blown up since then. And you know what? I know Steph and Ava loved it in person. I'm in Quebec, as they said, and we're in lockdown. We're in lockdown still, okay? And we have a curfew. So, we are shifting. We are pivoting into this new reality that we've been in. And online has actually, I don't know if I would ever have it in person ever again because it's so time effective, no cleanup, because we have to present everything. And this is just so time effective. And it's so great to have our kids on the Zooms with us. Sometimes they come on, they present what they like, how something tastes. Maybe it doesn't taste great right away, but then it changes. And why does it taste this way to your body? So we're real with it. And let me talk about posture. Okay, what do I mean when I say that? How you present yourself. How I am on social media, this is my life. I am Million Mom Movement. I'm a council member, yes, and I'm loud and proud about it. And this is what I stand for. If you're not going to stand for anything, what do we say? You fall for something or everything. So we need to take a stand. And there's so many people out there with the plastic movement. They're always talking about plastics. What more are you doing? This is a great way to present them with a better way. We vote with our dollars. Everything that we do, it's with our dollars. Do you know, I had a conversation with a mom the other day. She was raving about Garden of Life, how she's taking care of her health. But then I'm like, do you know Garden of Life is owned by Nestle? You always have to follow who owns what. She had no idea. She had no idea, right? So, this is what we need to do. We need to build relationships and have conversations. You don't even have to talk about Purium right away. I just build the relationships and I see where they're at. And what happens? They are looking for convenience. We're all looking for convenience. A busy mom, we need something fast, effective, and highly nutritious. So I'm like, oh, we have all of that. You don't even have to think twice. And you know what? It teaches your kids independence. Your kids can do it themselves. So when people see me on social media, I have people who've been watching me for years and they're like, you know what, Taz, you believe in all of this. I see you give it to your kids every day. This stuff, it looks like it actually works. It does work. The more you use it, the better it gets. And I'm like, yes. So they look at that and they think, okay, if she's giving this to her kids, this must be a clean product. Because there's some products that we'll take for ourselves, but that aren't so clean. But if we're going to give it to our kids, we take the extra level, right? I know a lot of parents are like that. If they're going to give it to their kids, they're going to fine print, read everything. So that's how I lead with the Million Mom Movement. I posture on social media and I form connections. What else? Okay. So I always use the tools. The tools that I like using are the farm to family. So I always stress to everyone how this is a farm and this is food. This is not supplements. This is not created in a lab. This is food. The same way that you ate an apple, this is the same thing. You know, when I get hesitation from people, I always ask questions. I'm like, did you ask so many questions before you had that muffin this morning? And they're like, no, we didn't. I'm like, interesting, right? It's interesting how people start looking at what we have to offer because it's all food. They start questioning things that they should question has become normal in their lives. So we need to have them start questioning more things, everything that goes into their mouth. Okay. So I lead by example. I am the product. I always tell people, I'm like, I am Purium. You know, it's like my arm. If I don't have my right arm, how would I live? It's the same thing. Purium is part of me. And the Million Mom movement is absolutely part of me. And we must share this with moms. Okay. Another thing. Oh, I share. Okay. For a tool. So the farm to family, that's what I use all the time. And you guys know, do you know that we have a YouTube channel? Did you guys know that? Drop me a 1 in the chat if you knew that. I see 1, 2. Okay. So you guys don't know enough of this. Go visit our YouTube channel. So I use the YouTube channel as a tool. If I'm having a conversation with someone, and you know what happens? We get into a conversation and they're talking about something about heavy metals. Well, you know what? We had an interview with a doctor who spoke about heavy metals. So I'm like, oh, you know what? We had an amazing interview about this. I would love to share this video with you. And I send them the video. So whatever, I have all of the videos in my mind. So whatever conversation we're having, I'm like, oh, we have a video for that. Just watch that. Do the dishes, just listen. So easy. People are so much open to watching a video and to hear us talk. And like Steph, speaking the first time sharing the business, I was the same. I would word vomit everywhere. So I had the tools do the work for me. Okay. And we are looking to building the Million Mom movement, creating more tools for you guys. But in the meantime, this is what we can use. I love using the pledge as well as a tool. I would send people pledges. I'm like, so what do you think of that? Does that resonate with your values? And they're like, absolutely. Well, great. Now we have an open conversation. So now let's talk about it. What toxins are you avoiding? What toxins do you know of, right? So all of these tools helps us to form a deeper relationship, okay? And this is what our business is all about. We are connecting with people and we are building relationships. You can't just go into a conversation and start talking products. You have to share your experience and how it has helped you, you know? Okay, what else? So our YouTube channel, the Farm to Family is one of my favorite, the Biomedic as well. I also share the autism sector. We have the what is it called? It's slipping my mind. Can someone remind me? Steph, do you know?
Which one was?
Dave's and Annie's. Their autism.
The Awaken?
Yes, the Awaken project. So I lead with that as well. Have you heard of the Awaken project about, you know, autism and glyphosate? I would have a conversation about that. And then this creates another relationship. Okay, so I use a lot of tools, guys. When I use tools, you know what happens? That's less for me to do. It's less for me to do. And this is my income producing activities. So I just send them tools. I do less of the work and I let all the tools do the work for me. And okay, another one. Another tool that I love are the blogs. Have you guys been using the blogs? I love the blogs. And we have 2 sets of blogs. We have the Purium Blogs that are amazing. If you go to the search bar, you type in anything. You could type sleep. You'll have full articles on sleep. I typed in the other day, collagen, full articles on collagen. And I just shared it with everyone. I just shared it with whoever, because a lot of pregnant mamas are having collagen. They're taking collagen. this is not good for our babies. You know, there's a better way. We should present them with a better way. So I share the blogs, and then we have the Million Mom Movement blogs. So, I mean, we have so many tools, guys. So use the tools. Okay. So lastly, okay, before I get to questions and calling on people, there is a script. Should I share the script or should we wait, Stephanie? Because we're going to be releasing.
Share it now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not wait.
Okay.
We want them using that script this weekend.
Perfect. Okay, so I have a script that was not written by me. It was written by our fellow council member, Rebecca Johns. Okay, so she wrote this script. It is amazing. This is how she built a relationship with Cindy O'Mara. Remember from What the Wheat? This is her script. And the first time she sent it to me, I was like, wow, now this is what I need to be using. So you know what happened? That became my next tool. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing that with you right now. Feel free, you can change some words, you know, to customize it with who you're speaking with. And I put it in my notes. So here you go. So I serve on the council of the Million Mom Movement. So you can write, I'm aligned with the council, I'm aligned with the Million Mom Movement, okay? A grassroots organization educating, empowering, and mobilizing our moms, dads, and families to be conscious consumers and an activist for toxin-free food system. Our work is to raise awareness about the impact of glyphosate and offering information on the global recognized solution to remove the toxins and rehabilitate the Yes?
Can you copy that into the chat?
I can.
Yeah,
There
that'd
you
be better
go.
if you copy it into chat and then everyone will have it.
Perfect. Okay. So, and then you write at the end, I believe our work can align, may align. And then, but you customize it to them, okay? Don't just copy paste this message. We're building relationships, so customize it for them and what their needs are. And then once you do that, now you have, usually in my experience, the next step is the connect call. So this is how I lead with it. And I know I have a lot of leaders on today's call. I wanted to call out because I know a few of you, but one person who has been using it a lot. Giselle Crouch, can you unmute and come off and tell us, how have you been leading with a Million Mom Movement?
Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yes.
Hi. Wow, Tass, that was shocking. I wasn't expecting you to come. Well, when like Tass said, it really all depends on who you're talking to. But for some reason, I've just been like my friends who are parents, especially have been reaching out to me. And I just am able then to just shift it over to the Million Mom Movement. And, you know, you make it less about, you know, you or whatever, and more about pushing forward a movement and making it a collective thing. So I would get Taz on a connect call and really amplify the Million Mom Movement, talking about being, like she said, a conscious consumer and bringing awareness to families about the ingredients, just kind of, you know, I kind of pull on like the pledge and all these different things that I know that I am doing, and then I just push it forward like that to my friends and family. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, and it's been working. People are really taking the moment to understand, okay, wow, there's this and this food and that food, and like Taz said, like a lot of people don't know, and so I just feel it is my responsibility not to keep this to myself, but to share it, especially with the drive of the Million Mom Movement being a movement of many, and getting like fathers on and caregivers on. And it's just been really, really great to be able to share. And it feels good to share that with other people, knowing that I'm doing the best that I can on my end to bring awareness to people, and then they can decide what they want to do going forward. So yeah, I hope that helped.
Thank you so much. And you see, like Giselle's in the car. This is how she does her calls. She just puts a connect call. She's in her car. She's mom of 3, super busy. This facilitates our life.
Beautiful. So great. Wow. So we have a few moments left here. Thank you so much, Taz. That was phenomenal. And thank you to Naiva. We have a few minutes here, and I'm sure there must be some questions or comments. We'd love to hear your voice. Just go ahead and come off mute.
Hey, Steph. Hello. Welcome, Amber Dawn, to your first Million Mom movement as a brand partner. And I wanted to share an experience that I had with a friend and talking to her about Cheerios. Her parents had told her about it, but then her kids were like, no, Mom, we love those. And I know you can relate to that, Steph.
Yep.
And so I challenged her, throw them away. And her daughter has been talking to her all day. No, Mom, don't throw my Cheerios away. So I had this idea. Go buy the other ones, keep the Cheerio box, just put the new things for the kids not to have it be traumatic. So she's like, great idea. So she's going to buy the good ones, keep them in the Cheerio box for the daughter. But she's super excited to know about this and the food democracy now, glyphosate, unsafe on any plate. I want to echo that, get that, print it out, share it. People are jaw dropped when they see that report. So thank you for all the hard work, the good work. I love you all.
Thank you so much, Celeste. Yeah, food addictions are real, you guys. And guess what? They start really early, right? And we don't want our children addicted to glyphosate. So who else has a question or a comment? We'd love to hear your voice.
Hi, I have a question.
Please.
I have one of my people who I brought on, a really dear friend of mine. I brought her on board with Purium, and she's doing really incredible. She loves it. She loves the effect. However, she's having a really heavy detox. And I just thought maybe this is a good place. We have mostly a lot of women here. So she's having super, super heavy menstrual cycles, which I went through that too with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. So I told her that sounded really normal. But she's also just feeling like she's really maybe detoxing a lot and that she's really weak. And so I just thought maybe this is a good place just to see how do you, just encourage people to kind of stay with it when, it kind of gets a little maybe intense for them if they're detoxing.
So ordinarily this would be a totally appropriate question, but this is a business focused Zoom today. So here's what I'd like for you to do. I'd love for you to message me. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am on Facebook, and I have one of the coaches as well I can reach out to. I just thought maybe this was a good place just to chime in with that and ask. I'm sorry.
No, this Zoom is all about business right now. Ordinarily, or other Zooms we do talk about health, but I just would like to stay focused on business. So if there's anything that we can support you around to, move the movement forward in terms of brand partnership or
Well, I'm hoping to move her forward, so of course it, keeps things going, but
so here's what I would say is, bring her to, who's your upline?
Taka and Tala. So Robin Tala and Taka Mayer.
Okay. So bring them to Tala, because Tala's been doing this now for years. Bring your gal to Tala. When people are having a hard time detoxing, bring them to upline.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. And I extend myself as your upline. Okay. You can bring them to me as well.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Will the Million Mom movement go live consistently once a week to talk about the biz? Naomi, I love you. Naomi, so I love that you're asking this question, because it's what we've been doing on superfood.social is they go live often. All the leaders go live from the Million Mom movement profile. And Naiva, we need to talk because I think this is a great idea. Thank you, Naomi. Great idea.
I have a question.
Yes. Hi.
I'm Joy. Hello.
Hi, Joy.
I was the recipient of the Million Mom Movement Award this April. So
Oh, congratulations.
thank you. I think, yeah. I am wondering, I am not very computer savvy, and I was downloading your Google Doc, your Google spreadsheet, because there's some amazing information on that about the products.
Mhm.
How do I save that to my desktop, or so that I can keep that as a reference? Do you know? It was from Paralee Stringfellow. She
Mhm.
shared the spreadsheet. And when I shared it to my desktop, it didn't come out. So I think I'm possibly downloading it.
Do you have a Gmail account?
I
Oh,
do.
okay. Rachel's here. Rachel, you want to chime in?
Yeah, sure. So that with that particular document, it's ever changing. It's always getting edited and stuff is getting added to it. So you really do want to just open it from your account. You can add it. You just have to open it regularly. There's really no way to download it because then it's going to become a separate kind of document. So that's the way the Google Docs work. If you do have a Gmail account, you can add it to your Gmail account, like Stephanie was going to say. But like I said, it's ever changing. So you really just kind of have to go and revisit it.
And where is it kept, Rachel?
Let me send you the link. I'll drop the link here so everybody can have it.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. And that's Rachel Quayle, our operations manager. We love her so much. And there's a question here. The friend having the detox symptoms, to check the chat. I didn't catch the name of the gal who was asking about the detox symptoms, but check the chat because it looks like there's some support for you in there. Okay. Hello.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi. So my team and I, we are actually going to be having a booth next week at an event for Earth Day.
Right on.
And I haven't really done any in-person events yet for Purium. And I have two questions. One is, I've been looking at Purium, like banners and things like that. Does the Million Mom Movement have anything available for purchase in that regard? And then my other question is just, what tips do you have for being at a booth at an event?
Well, so I've done many of them over the years. And I used to have a huge Purium banner that I hung behind at my booth. And I actually left that with a brand partner down in Los Angeles. I always like to have fresh fruit, beautiful flowers. I like to really make the table look gorgeous. I like to have everyone sign their name and telephone number and email, so that you capture all those leads, right? Because that's what this business is all about, capturing leads. We would just have the Daily Core 4, and then, you know, some of the other products that I would love to highlight for families is Epigenius Kids, oh, I don't know, whatever else you have hanging around, Jessica, really. Did I answer your question, or was there more?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what we were planning, but you know, there's all of us that are involved haven't really done it before. So just wanted to make sure we're on the right track, I guess, and see if you had any little, like, you know, we're thinking about having a raffle as a way to collect emails and
Totally. Yeah, that's a great idea. We've done that too, Jessica.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, events are the way forward, you guys, whether online or in person. And I think we really need to normalize being in person a bit more. So I'm going to support you all doing in-person events. And I want to also, we're at the top of the hour, so we're going to close it down here. But I just want to say, we do these business forward Zooms twice a month. And then we have the health focused Zooms also twice a month, Fierce Friday now. We used to have just the Fierce Friday at the end of the month was business forward, but now we're doing 50-50. So that's exciting change. And then the other thing that is changing is that Taz is going to be doing the M3 Biz Power Hour next Wednesday night. And that's going to be our last one. So we're going to be, Taz is going to be giving you all she has next Wednesday at 4:30 Pacific Standard, 7:30 Eastern. And then going forward, we're just going to be bringing us all to Fierce Friday. That's the platform and the time that we're really going to be promoting. And then if you miss it, or if someone on your team misses it, we are, our YouTube is a treasure trove, and I got to give it up to Rachel Quayle for all that she has done to really make that channel what it is, because it's really great. And so thank you all for being with us today. We hope that you receive value for your time. We love you all. We thank God for you. You are the Million Mom Movement. Hashtag we are the Million Mom Movement. We can't do this without you. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.